Hey beautiful people, welcome back! Get ready, let's go! The path to peace. We all want peace, but for some reason, we always get stressed out. We always get anxiety. We always get anxious. We always get nervous. For some reason, we feel unease within ourselves. But first of all, we have to understand, where is the peace coming from? Oftentimes, disappointment comes from unmet expectation. But where have we all been conditioned to have that expectation? We have this expectation in our mind. We have that expectation in our mind. We expect that this will happen by certain day. We expect that we will have the girlfriend by this day, by this time. We expect that we have the financial independent by this age. But it's turned out you still live with your parents. It's turned out that you still live in an apartment. You still rent it out. You still struggle trying to buy that condos, try to buy that first house. And you look at all of your friends and all the people around you. It seems like they all have it all. They all seem like they figure it out. And you look at your life like, what the heck is going on? I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a high quality group of friends. I don't have a great job. I don't have a great car. You look at yourself and you come up with all of this like, I don't have this, I don't have that. And I know it's really hard to accept this is the life it's supposed to be for you. It's really hard to have the peace of mind when all you focus is like, I don't have this, I don't have that. You have a lot of unmet expectations that you haven't accomplished yet. When Dyer once said, peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is, rather than as it should be. That's the key. We have to retrain our mind to accept that whatever that's coming to our life is exactly the way it should be. Not better than it is, not worse than it is. It happened exactly the way it should be. And I know it's not easy. Like I said before, we have only expectation. We have all of like imagination in our head that, man, by the age of 25, by the age of 30, I should have a beautiful girlfriend. I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to have kids. But it doesn't happen the way it is. Maybe at this point in your life, you still try to figure out your purpose. You still try to figure out like how you're gonna able to get that beautiful girlfriend in your life. You still figure it out and you still don't know what to do next. And I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard to just accept life as it is. Especially we have a tendency to compare ourselves to the people around you, to our friends, our family members. But that's why I'm telling you. Because for some reason that we've been conditioned that life should happen, should be this way, should be that way. And you know that when life go different way, and oftentimes and many times, life will go to different direction in your life. And if you have that expectation, if you have fixable mindset in your mind that, hey, by this time, I should have that, you will be disappointed all the times. And you will never have peace in your mind. How can we accept life as the way it is? Honestly with you, I don't know any better ways besides that every time you fall, every time you make a mistake, you just have to remind yourself that, hey, this is the way life's supposed to be. I don't have to make up any other scenario. I don't have to come up with any stories. I don't have to give it any meaningful to this event. All I have to do is to accept it. That's how you really retrain your mind. Because sometimes we have a tendency to forget that, hey, life should happen that way. Life should happen different way. But all we have to do just like accept life as it is. For so long in my life that I tried to change my family members. I don't like the way my brother communicated with me. I don't like the way that my dad communicated with me. And for so long I tried to change them. And you know how successful you would be if you try to change someone who's not willing to change or who not capable of changing. You know how successful that would be. When I told them that, hey, you should do this, you should figure out your purpose, you should stop drinking and you stop doing this, you stop doing that. And guess what? They just ignore whatever I said. As a result, I just become more stressed out. I just became more upset. I just became more anxious. And all of those negative feelings just makes me at ease with myself. Until I learned that, hey, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. You can give advice, and then whatever they take with it, whether they're willing to change it or not, just accept it. Stop giving a story. Why don't they accept it? Why don't they listen to your advice? Just accept the way it is. So from that moment, when I realized that, maybe I just accept life as it is. So I've stopped changing my family members. Yes, they didn't change their behaviors. But as a result, when I accept life as it is, I feel easy within myself. I feel a peace within myself that, hey, no matter what happened, it will happen for the good. Life will happen for me. I don't know what the outcome will turn out to be, but all I know that at this moment in my life, I feel so much easy and I feel so much peace. And that's all is matter. When you accept that, whatever circumstances that happen into your life, you have that peace within yourself. Because deep down, because you will have faith that things will work out in the end. Surrender to what is. Let go of what was. You can't change the past. The past is fixable. You can't change it. The only thing that you can have control over is yourself. How you react to things. What's your attitude towards to each event that happened into your life. So may as well just surrender to what is. I know it's very, very hard to accept that relationship no longer work out. She is so beautiful. She have everything you wanted. But for some reason, it doesn't work out. And you have this expectation that, hey, I will get married her in the end. And when it turned out different way, you're like, what the fuck? It shouldn't be this way. Why does it have to happen this way? And guess what? When you don't accept life as it is, you will cause friction within yourself. You will cause an unease feeling within yourself. But once you accept it, and as I said earlier, I don't know how, but I think that the more you do it, the more you have the awareness that, hey, when life goes different way, when you don't get that girl number, when you expect that, man, I talked with her the whole night, I thought everything goes well, and then she doesn't give her phone number. You need to remove that expectation. Just accept life as it is. Because it's really meant to be. I know it's not easy. But remember, you only control yourself here. You can only control what your attitude toward the circumstances. You can only control how you interpret the event that happened into your life. And in this case, when she doesn't give you her phone number, you can interpret that, hey, she not mean for me. I mean to deserve somebody better down the road. So that's when you can accept it and move on and keep searching. You also apply the same thing with a job. When you don't get that job, the job you thought to yourself like, man, this is my dream job. And I'm not saying it would be easy. But I'm telling you that so that you can have the awareness, so that when that circumstance actually happens, I'm telling you, in many cases, it will. So that you can be prepared, so that you can be ready, so that you can get yourself back up and just keep smiling. Keep move on with your life. I think that's the beauty about life. It tests you so many times until you learn the lesson. Until you learn that, hey, this is the way it is. I don't have to do any magical things in our life. Hey, I don't have to do any magical things. All I have to do is to surrender to life, to accept life as it is, and continue to take action until I get the result I want. And when I don't get the result I want yet, I let it go. Because it's become the past, and all I can have control over is accept life as it is. Whatever events that happen in your life, I challenge you that, hey, remove that expectation. You don't need to have that expectation in your life. You thought that you take that girl to a fancy dinner and everything would go great. But during the dinner, she suddenly become bitchy. What are you gonna do about it? Will you be stressed out? Will you be anxious? Or will you just accept life as it is and just smile? And just thinking in your head like, man, this is so awesome. She all suddenly become bitchy because she just wanna get my attention. Maybe you can even accept, hey, this is awesome because it's telling me that I'm still alive. I still have an opportunity to enjoy a fancy dinner with a beautiful girl. And you just thank you for whatever event that happened into your life. Because of those events, you know what you want. You learn how to accept who you are. You learn how to accept life as it is instead of life as it should be. I believe that is a dangerous part, because when we believe that life as it should be this, should be that, oftentimes we will end up disappointed. That's the message that I want you to get out of this episode, my friend. Accept life as it is. Maybe you put a lot of effort. Maybe you want to get into that university. Maybe you want to pass that test. But for some reason you didn't pass. You didn't get into that university. I know, and I just want to let you know that it's not easy to tell you that, hey, accept the way it is. Accept life as it is. It doesn't mean that you give up and you settle. It means that, hey, that is the fact. That is what's going on right now. That is what happens right now. All I can do is, hey, accept that is the past. Now what can I do next? That's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about accept life as it is. Not to say that you give up. Not to say that you settle. No, not at all. It's like you make peace with yourself. You make peace with life. Yes, it's not easy to accept the fact that, hey, your team just lost. I know, I hate it. Who doesn't want to become a champion? Who doesn't want to become a first runner? Who doesn't want to become the best tennis player in the world? But for some reason, it doesn't work out. And instead of being upset, instead of being disappointed about life, accept life as it is. And ask yourself, what can I do next to move myself closer to my goals? The reason that we accept life as it is, because that's the path to peace. Because that's how you make peace with yourself. Like I said in the past episode, we don't have control of most things in our life. And the only thing that we can have control is our attitude. So control your attitude. Accept life as it is. Surrender to what is. Let go of what was. Have faith in what will be. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what expectation that you have in your life. When you don't get that expectation met, what would you react? How would you react to that circumstances? And if you got some value out of this episode, please share with at least one friend that you know. That will help this channel a lot. And until next time, you are a badass action taker. Thank you.